Hello, everybody. This is Star Rookies, and I'm setting out to do a small series regarding a surgery a very good friend of mine is going through very soon, tomorrow, in fact. I'm going to try to document the process. He learned last month that he had issues with his neck and would require surgery in order to correct. He's never had a surgery before in his life, and this is all new to him. This will be the story of my friend Rackman, going through the surgery tomorrow, through the rehab and the recovery process until his return to work. I hope this helps others that are faced with similar situations in their life and looking for the hope that comes with support from friends and family. So, Rack, welcome to the studio. How you doing? Tell us who
What's
you
going
are.
on?
Tell us a little bit about yourself.
Sure. My name is Chris. Man, I work, and it's been kind of rough. Um, 3 weeks ago, a month now, I'm 41 years old. I've got a family, three kids and a wife, two dogs, three dogs now, and was in the shower about a month ago and had a seizure. And next thing I know, I was waking up on the tile floor. Did not take an ambulance ride to the hospital. Wife was at a Nutcracker concert for a friend of the family, and was there. And at halftime, they came here and picked me up and took me to the hospital. And later on the next day, they shipped me from the regional hospital, local, and they shipped me to the big city, to Fort Worth Harris, and figured out that I had a seizure after, I think, a day. They had the MRI done and saw that I had C5, C6, and C7 were compressing on my spinal cord from the fall, and lost numbness, or lost my arms, um, both sides. You know how your feet, your legs wake up sometimes, your arms wake up, you're kind of sleeping on them wrong or what have you.
Yeah.
It was
Yeah.
like that for 11 hours. I was holding my arms up in the air. It was kind of rough, but human bodies, we get used to the pain. And as of right now, a month after later, only thing that's numb is my pinky on both arms. So anyway, this surgery is going to be tomorrow, as you said. It had just got pushed from 11 o'clock to 2 o'clock tomorrow, which is what, tomorrow's the 15th, January 15th,
March 15th.
2025. And it should be a 2.5 hour surgery. They said 3 hour max, and it's usually outpatient. Um, and uh,
They're going to keep
hoping
you overnight, though.
they're going to keep me overnight. It's 24 hour, just an operational, just to take a
Observational.
take a
Under
gander,
observation for a
make
while.
sure
Yep.
I'm good. Everything's good after the surgery, and it's going to be 4 to 6 week recovery.
Okay.
And there you
Let,
go.
let's a little bit that I learned about his official diagnosis surgery. He's got an anterior cervical discectomy infusion, C5 to C7. It's common surgery to relieve nerve spinal cord pressure from herniated discs or bone spurs in the lower neck, involving an incision in the front of the neck, which I was surprised by, to remove the damaged disc, graft material, followed by fusing the C5, C6, and C7 vertebrae with the plate, screws, and bone grafts for stability, often resulting in significant pain relief but potentially reduced neck movement and a 3 to 6 month recovery for full fusion. So you've obviously been living in pain for a while with this. You just didn't realize it was directly connected to something this serious. Is that safe to assume?
I'm sure it got worse with the fall. The neurosurgeon who talked to us in the hospital basically said that I had a potentially a female, like 120 pound female spine. That's what I've got in my back. It's not a full grown. I'm 6'5". I weigh 280 pounds, and I've got a spinal cord that's supposed to be an 120-pound man or woman. So I'm going to have some major problems probably in the future. This is just the starting point of it. So hell, I might have a whole metal plate back there or plates back there at some point in the my later
But by the time you reach my age.
exactly. So hopefully not. Hopefully I'm easy, but I'm a golfer. I love playing golf. So um, I've been I've been using the chiropractor now for hell for like 6 or 7 years. So 6, 7, right? And I really didn't know about my petite. The neurologist, neurosurgeon said petite spinal cord. So um, cracking my neck and cracking my back and all the therapy I've had on my back over the years could have really injured me. They did take an X-ray of my back first, my neck, my spinal cord first, but um,
When I went to
very
chiropractor, they did X-rays, but
yeah, yeah,
they couldn't have known anything about my spinal cord. That's for sure.
exactly. There wasn't an MRI taken, so something I should have done was go get an MRI, and something that you've done with your VA is that you just got one done just for the hell of it, right?
I had an MRI done. They do at in your late 50s. They do a lung, and that's a whole other topic that we may do at another time. The results I got back, they weren't bad. They weren't good. Um, but yeah, those machines are crazy, and you're not going to be able to take an MRI with the metal infused in your back. I don't think. MRI is a magnetic tool, so your days on your back are going to be done. They're going to have to do some other type of viewing of it. You're they're gonna go through the front of the neck. Are they actually going to be cutting into your throat? They're not, are they?
Yeah, they're going to be cutting through the skin and the muscle in my neck.
Okay.
So I'm going to have to. That's why it's the rehab and the PT I'm going to have to do to build that muscle back up. It's going to be a while. Fun fact though, Peyton Manning, big top quarterback, Denver Broncos for a very long time. Then what he went to Indianapolis Colts for. No, he went to the Colts first, then the Broncos. Right? Is that right?
Yep, that's right.
I think
That's
so.
right.
Yeah, he had it done too, and you can always tell he had a like a kind of a stiff neck. The way he
Yeah,
couldn't move his neck all the way over. He moved his whole body while he was searching for receivers. Right. So, uh, but he did it. He did it. Obviously, he's an athlete, professional athlete. So he had major therapy and PT and had the money to do it. But my insurance is going to cover a lot of it. So we're lucky with that. So my wife's got insurance that we're able to use. So, but when it comes to my pay, just going into all the crap real quick, I was starting a job and 90 days weren't up yet when this happened. So I'm not able to, for now, and it might change because there's another company buying my company and their policies and everything's different, but they might say negatory, it happened before. So anyway, get that out of the way. It's a pretty, it's not a major surgery, but they are going through the throat. What's in your throat? There's a lot of shit in your throat. There's a lot of stuff. Um, I'm nervous about it. They're gonna, there's the vocal cords. There's the
well, you've never had any kind of surgery before, ever, have you? You've never
yeah.
had your pinky operated on.
No, I've had lots of stitches on my body, but never actually
Why
surgery.
does that not surprise me? Stitches, but no surgeries. But it's a whole different view when you go in there and they tell you to get undressed and get in this gown and they lay you down and you swear you're not going to go to sleep and all of a sudden you're waking up. I mean, it's going to be that quick. They're going to they're going to line you up with a needle, and they're going to tell you to count backwards from 10, and you're going to think this isn't going to work. It's not going to work. And suddenly they're going to be waking you up. And it's an incredible experience, but it's also, it's scary. Your family, I know most of your family. I've met most of your family. We're friends online from playing video games, but we're friends in real life and have gotten together on vacations and stuff. I know your mom and your dad. I know of your sister. Um, they're going to be there for you. They're gonna help you. It sucks asking for help. I know you're not asking for help. They're going to be there to help you. But tell me about your family, your mom and your dad and your sister.
Well, yeah, I mean they've been there since the start of it. Parents showed up at the first hospital I was at, and man, I saw my dad and broke down. Man, he's my person. So my wife um, has been there. Obviously, uh, she uh, she made the decision to take me to the hospital. So that was a good thing. I obviously am a man and didn't want to do that, and everything would work out, and I go back to work, and everything would be all good. But no, I'm glad she did that because hey, we found out that this is a serious thing, and paralyzation. If I fell down a certain way, because I tripped over a dog or whatever the case may be, yeah, I could be paralyzed. That disc can slip even more and completely cut off the nerves, or pinch the nerves, or even cut the nerve, and then I'm done. So taking these discs out is going to be a big part of it, and then the healing process on the spinal cord too, because the discs, actually, one of them, the C6, one in the middle, punched back far enough to where it put a little indentation in my spinal cord. So that is the reason why they are choosing to do this, because there is a not a fracture, it's not a break, but it is indented. So relieving the pressure on the spinal cord, taking the disc out, it's going to allow that spinal cord to heal, right? So uh, my mother, my sister, been there right behind me. To add, I want to shout out to a couple of friends. Let me stop there. Let me keep going with my mother and my father. My mother's been buying us groceries. Holy crap! It's been amazing. She is, I think, the first time. I'm not going to say a dollar amount, but she went to Costco, and you know how much you spend at Costco, Sam's Club. I mean,
Yeah.
it's a load, and it's just been amazing. But a shout out to my friends, my neighbors, my Frabers, my friends. We moved here. We were here for a couple of years, and then some people moved in and went out there and took my daughter to a little party they were having for their daughter, and met them. And I'm glad I did because very good friends, best friends, Jared and Angie, great people, and they put a food drive together for us, and
That's awesome.
made some money
Cool.
for us to help us through, and there's people out there were just giving us money left and right, just $5, $1, $20. Some gave $100 bill for a plate that cost $15. So uh, super
Well,
amazing, super
I'll do
amazing.
a little journalistic investigation and find out if you have maybe a GoFundMe or PayPal. You might set up a GoFundMe, and we'll see what we can do. But that's want to say something. What did you call it? Frabers?
That's something that we used to call. We had a
So
group
that's
together, Taco Tuesdays, and we call everybody Frabers. We had like four or
and
five.
that's a friend that's a neighbor.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
We just came up with a new one there, Rackman. Frabers. I like that. That's
Well,
cool.
they've basically all became family, just like you, Star. So,
Wow.
um, so going through the throat, what's in your throat? I was getting there. So, the food tube, the vocal cords, the carotid artery, right?
Yeah.
Three major things. Carotid artery obviously is the main deal. But there's a lot of important stuff in your throat. The muscle, it's just going to be over time to get that built back in and structured and you know worthy of my spinal cord. But I'm nervous about the two other things too. So it's going to be the neurosurgeon said that it's no big deal, um, but we'll
They
see.
do this for a living, but they're not the ones getting cut on. So
Exactly.
hey,
So
hey,
first time.
there's no worry in being concerned. I wouldn't say fearful. I'd say a little anxiety. But you're probably also just as anxious to get it over with. And I think it will be. You're having your surgery at 1 o'clock tomorrow. Is that correct? Central time?
2 o'clock.
2 o'clock Central time. Okay.
Yep. 3 o'clock Eastern.
Well, to anybody that's watching this that may have this upcoming, been diagnosed with this is in your future. Going to try to hang with Rack a little bit on this one and do some follow-ups. Hear about how the surgery goes tomorrow, and then through the rehab process, if you'll come back, Rack, and we'll put a little thing together here and show people just how tough you are. Because I know you're a tough guy. I love you, brother. You've been friends for a long time. You got good friends. You got good family. You got good people. Everything's going to work out. Anything you want to finish up with?
My dog. Oh my gosh, my dog. The day we get home from the hospital, my dog apparently cuts herself, degloves her leg, and we're doing basically surgery out there on her skin. So she's been going through it too, man. She's got, I think she had like over 30 staples in her leg, and so it's the family.
You're both going to be laid up rehabbing together.
Oh yeah, we're both on gabapentin and pain medication. So it's been a little rough, but you know what, man? God's there, and He's always there. He's just didn't show up, whenever this happened. He's always been there, and he's been very good. A lot of help from friends and family, and I'm sure that's definitely through God. So I love you too, Star, and appreciate you doing this. And yeah, we'll talk about more of this as we go through the stages of recovery.
That's good. Like to hear that. And I'll be in touch with you. We'll be spending some time together rehabbing at night. Your dexterity and your fingers and eye-hand coordination. I'll speak with the missus, Melissa, and tell your family I said hello tomorrow, and I look forward to hearing how things go.
Sounds good, man.
All right, brother. Thank you, everybody, and we'll do some follow-up to this. I'll keep in touch with Rackman and his wife tomorrow, see how it goes, and I'm not sure when this will post or how quickly, but we'll keep you informed. Thanks for tuning in. Star Rookies out.